Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks for joining me again this evening. Had a pretty long day today actually, I'm nearly ready for bed, so I'll make it fairly short. Today I really wanted to speak to you about something that came up in a coaching call for me today, and it was actually a coaching call that I was listening in on. And we have the opportunity to listen in on another student's call with their client, which is just absolutely invaluable learning experience. And one of the things that came up for me, and it wasn't necessarily revolving around coaching practice, but it was the topic of health and how we perceive food, which is a big thing for me at the moment and has been for the last couple of months. In fact, the last year, I've really had a focus on my health and especially nutrition. And it was really interesting because I consider myself to be fairly healthy. I think I've generally always been fairly healthy. I don't get sick very often. I've never broken a bone or even had a filling, so I'm pretty lucky in that sense. But what I really made me think about today, I suppose, is how do I perceive food? Do I perceive food as actual fueling my body, or do I perceive it as something else? Whether that be comfort food or just eating out of habit, things like that. And I know quite often I do mindlessly eat, and that's something that I do need to work on. It comes to a certain time of day and you think, oh, it's lunchtime, let's eat, even if you're not actually hungry. And I think that's a big thing for me, is listening to my body when I am actually hungry and when I'm just eating for the sake of eating because there's something in front of me, or there's something sitting in the fridge that I want to eat. So I think really being mindful about food and treating my body properly, thinking about what I actually put in my mouth and if that's actually nourishing my body, if it's what my body needs or not. So that was a real big one for me today. And also the education around food and nutrition. And I think that's a big point in general in society today. A lot of big companies, for example, Coca-Cola or Cadbury, they're obviously not healthy foods or drinks, yet a vast majority of the population consume them. In fact, I was reading a statistic the other day about sugary drinks, and just blew me away. If you have one 600ml bottle of soft drink or sugary drink every day for a year, you'll be consuming 23 kilos of sugar. And to me, it's disgusting, isn't it? And that was just a real, eye-opener. I knew, obviously, soft drinks have a lot of sugar, but when you see something like that, it really puts it into perspective. So yeah, that's something that really stood out for me today, was that perception of health and the perception of food, which is something that I know I need to look at and reassess in my life. And I think I need to start re-educating, I suppose, myself, watching some DVDs around health and nutrition, and reading some different books. So yeah, that's all I'd like to share today, and I'll see you tomorrow.